What's going on, guys? Matty Day Trades here, back at it again with another weekly watch list. Been doing pretty good with these. I hope they've been helping you guys. I hope you've been learning, trying to understand what I see, how levels worked, how they didn't work. So the first watch here is going to be Crowd. Cyber is on my watch list big time. Honestly, Crowd's hanging on by a thread here monthly. The weekly looks like this. I don't really call these bull flags because it's super overextended. So just a descending channel here. And I was going to look back, and we have trend here, we have trend here, and we have trend here. The first time trend broke down, um, we saw a huge drop, 260, all the way down to 188. Second time trend broke, we saw 217 all the way down to 130. 240% drop. So if we break down this trend, we need 168.33, and that'll give us 153.81, right? What happens when 168.33 breaks down, right? Bounce, bounce. Okay, broke down, 153, got it. Broke down, 153, got it. Broke down, 153, got it. Broke down, got it. Broke down, got it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 for 5. When this 168 broke down, we saw 153.88. 81, I'm sorry, and then that 30% move to, I'm not saying it happens, but it takes us to 118.80, right? Obviously, we got to take out these power lows, but let's kind of get into this one a little bit. So, again, this is kind of the same thing for the upside, daily here. That weekly showed that overextended channel down. Daily is this, it looks like a bear flag, right? But it's super overextended, so I just call it a rising channel. So basically, again, this daily kind of spits a bigger image, right? Where do bulls, bears need to step in, right? Crowd bulls need to get this thing over 178.80, 180 really. Reason being is over this level, it rips, gets it, goes, gets it, goes, gets it, goes, gets it, decent run, even though it's $20, it's still a good move. Uh, so we honestly shorted this thing Friday right around market close. Um, if you were to play this name, sorry, it's pretty messy. Uh, well, I guess these actually could have been targets um, for the upside. So if you want to play upside on this name, right, just play Friday's highs here, which was 179.30. It gives you 181.60. 187 over 187, see 189, 193 daily. Um, the 4 hours, basically that Friday high gets you to 183, 183.76 level, gets you a 185, and then 189, and then that daily 193. To the downside, since we're probably not going to get it, you could play this trend breakdown. You could play Friday's low on the 4 hour at 176, 70. I would probably just wait till this trend breaks down. Trend breaks down again. That's that 168.33 we need broken down. Under that, crowd can have some fun. It could fall to 160, under 160, 155, under 155, 140. Again, I'm not saying all these numbers happen, but crowd bigger time frames, this thing's really setting up for a nice drop down. And all right, so AMC, sadly, I'm going to add it on the list here. It's been getting ready. GME's getting news. Memer's kind of getting some love here. We kind of based out at 1230, and we kind of broke out of that 1440 level, which was pretty important. So I think I hate to say it, we might see some memer moving. I actually will participate in this. This daily, breakout bull flag. You could play this trend breakdown risking 1615. Over 1615, we see 17. 17, gives 18, which gives 1885. If we get 1885, this thing just rips, runs some more. Um, 1960 over that. That opens the gates 2021. I'm not even really looking to play to the downside, but Friday's low at 1473. I mean, you got pretty big demand here at 14, so you don't have much room to the downside. 1340, more of the upside here. Um, sorry. BA, been getting it on the watch list, last couple weeks. Been getting absolutely clobbered. It's kind of just been straight down. But I will say, we based out here at that 140, 142 level for quite some time. We got our breakout. First time saw 147.40. Second time we saw that 149.45, right? So really for BA, I'm looking to break Friday's highs, which was 149.74. And again, look at this daily. It's kind of, you get here, you get there, get here, get there, get here, get there, get here, see ya. So 149, this thing can open up to 157.30, honestly. Over that, 161.20, and then 167. It sounds crazy, but it can happen. To the downside, 144.63, and then you have that major demand at 141.50, 137, 160.90, and then, that 135 that's really stubborn, but definitely keep this on your watch list. Coin was on the watch list last week. It's going to be on the this week. Um, this weekly descending triangle here is definitely interesting. Coin's been getting love at 46.40 and it's getting great bounces. If this thing breaks the upside, Bitcoin over 22K, 24, 28, this thing goes nuts. And Friday it was the 4 hours, just picture perfect. We had shorts last week. 63.77 has been pretty major here. 62.24, 63.77 is that spot though. We can honestly see something like this. Be like that for the downside. Something like this. It's kind of how it's set up. To the downside, I mean, who knows? We go crazy. 63.77 watched short. Over that, you can go long. 67. Over 63.77, you can get 67 real fast. 70 over 70. We could see 73 again. Coin can have fun. 77. I do like the long side, and I just play 56.74 as my trigger. And then to the downside, I would just wait till trend breaks. I mean, 52 is going to be tough. 50.21 opens the gates. Under that, we could see 45.73, 40. Again, bigger time frames, descending triangle. This could go either way. I don't care. It's a breakout. It breaks the box range here. 64 sends the thing nuts. Breaks down really, like I said, 44.70 and 42 send this to the gulags. So pretty good both ways on that one. Shopify SE has been getting ready for, major move. It's really, I want SE. This thing on the weekly, that descending triangle under 64.87 though, this thing sends. As you see, that imbalance was filled here on this wick. 64.87 broke down. We saw 53.50. Where did I get that? Our prior breakout, no pullbacks, ripped straight up. So the same thing. So for me, 64.87 is my trigger to the downside. I want a big move. Let's see the daily here. Daily's getting super tight. Broke out there, faked out. Now we're breaking to the downside. Was this a retest on Friday? Oops, sorry. Your green light here is that 64.57. You can play Friday's lows at 66.83. Risking the 64.57 under that, 61.30, and then this thing floods down, like I said, 56, 53. Real excited about this. The short side to the upside, I don't know. I wouldn't touch it until 74.10. Over 74.10, it explodes. 80 comes quick. Over 80, really get this downtrend market structure change to the upside. But again, I'm more oriented to the downside. And um, this thing getting stuffed down here. Weekly looks great. We just got to send that level, and we would be off and running to the short side, which is what I really am focused on. So Shopify's been obviously now got split, been boxing out here. Um, I play SE and Symphony Shopify, but if 29.76 goes, you see 28, 26, 17. Again, I'm not saying 17 happens. That's my bottom target. 30.50 has been that short level, but now we have risk at 29.76. I would just wait for that to the upside. Break out a trend. 32.84 is pretty clean, but over that we could see a nice rip to 34.80. 36 over 36, this thing could definitely have some fun. 38, 39, 40. But again, this thing's been showing relative weakness big time. And I play SE off of Shopify. So let's see, Zoom, CVX, Roku. I have so many. I mean, chips. This chip bill. I think TXN. This either could be a major breakdown and retest. I think Marvell is actually a sleeping giant on chips here. Mega gap to 53. This daily breakout here of this inverted head and shoulders. It's relatively thin PA 49. Well, trigger 48.50. Over that we see 49.82. Gives you 51.40, which is our gap fill. Over that, this thing sees 52.76. And after that, this thing could see 55 pretty fast. Marvell, I used to love playing this name. I would love to get this thing back in the mix. To the downside, rejection off 48.47. And honestly, that thing can go down pretty fast to 47, 46.40, 45, and gulag under 43.80 in that prior low. Roku, we have Netflix ER. Roku's getting really tight here. The 100 range to 77 was great. 174, 60, whatever it may be. Now we're starting to get tighter and tighter here. To the downside, I mean, pretty simple here. 81, 82 breaks down. This thing moves fast. We could see 77.44. 74.60, that prior low, 72.35. Under that, this thing absolutely leaks. I want to short Roku to the ground. Like I said, that's 74.60. Last time it broke down, we saw that 56.55, right? So Roku's going to need some help on Netflix, or this thing's going down. If you wanted to play to the upside, I mean, Friday's highs at 87 is actually pretty good. 87 really can clear you to like 89.45, 91, 94.30. You break out on the daily, hits 100, over 100, 105, and this thing gets stuffed. You notice I give you both kind of extremes there. I try to do it always not having a bias on stocks, just play what you see. And then I guess my last one here would be Zoom. We caught this thing major bear flag breakdown, double top. It got major love at 95.88. If 95.88 breaks down, clearance 94.40. Under that, this thing floods out 88.60, 85.27, lows at 78. To the upside, though, I mean, it's thin both ways. 101.30 gives you 104.20, 105.30. 107.77. So I'm kind of looking both ways on this thing. We haven't had a retest of our breakdown. And it's kind of just been straight up, straight down. So you could see those levels both ways pretty fast, honestly. So yeah, we caught this one pretty nicely. Still a bit premature, but green is green. This thing had crazy relative weakness, honestly, throughout that market pump. It could be a weekly inverted head and shoulders as well. So, like I said, both sides work here. So this is it has a gap to 106.87. So market goes crazy. That's the top targets. The downside, as I mentioned before. Zoom, Roku, CVX. All right, and then the last one's going to be Lucid here for Tesla ER. Good sympathy. Lucid's kind of creating this ascending triangle. Again, I don't care which way it goes, up or down. I just want it. It's broke down now, basing for its new move right. This 2070 level's been getting shorted pretty badly. Not quite there, but 2021 saw low 13. That 2070 low 15. So 2068, 1820. So let's see if we get a 2068 short this thing at least back down to 19, 1840, 17 gives us trend break. We could see 16, 15, 30. Then our lows to the upside. If this thing breaks and holds over 21, I mean, we could see a quick rip to 2179 over 2179. I mean, arguably this goes to 2450 pretty fast, and 2576 again. I think Tessie will swing this one pretty good to the up or down, right? So all right, guys, that'll do it for the weekly watch list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's bank this week and have a good night.